hope I haven't kept you waiting. Yes, this is the Crime Club. I'm the librarian.
Greetings to all our Porsche friends. I wish it were possible for each of you to come to Stuttgart to see for yourselves how our car is made in the Porsche works. Instead of this, perhaps we can bring to you with this film the picture and the story of the Porsche idea. Here at Zuffenhausen we have continued and developed the Porsche automotive ideas originally conceived by my father, Professor Ferdinand Porsche. And we constantly strive to build each Porsche car with the same craftsmanship, perfection, integrity that has brought worldwide recognition for these engineering achievements. I hope you will enjoy this little visit to our plant, and I want to wish each of you many happy hours of Porsche driving.
Although Porsche and Reuter are two separate companies, they have long been associated both as neighbors and in the manufacture of the Porsche car. The association began in the early 30s when old Professor Porsche was concerned with the design of a streamlined car, and later with the development of the Volkswagen. When after World War II, Professor Porsche and his son were planning manufacture of the newly designed Porsche car and could not use their own factory, it was then that Porsche and Reuter found themselves under one roof and in one building. Their common goal, the production of a unique vehicle tailored to order by a body maker with more than 50 years of experience. So here in the receiving department at Reuter, the production of the Porsche car actually begins. Today, practically the entire capacity of Reuter Zuffenhausen is devoted to production of the Porsche car body. It is difficult to imagine that these flat pieces of sheet steel will be transformed into the beautiful shape of the Porsche car. The process begins by cutting the sheet steel into the patterns of the many pieces to be assembled. The electric shears cut through this tough steel like a knife through butter. This is one of the large presses that stamp and form the body pieces. It is not fully automated and requires 2 men for operation. They work skillfully together in complete coordination with the machine. The particular piece being formed here is the front lid or deck. The dies for stamping this piece can be removed and others for shaping different pieces substituted. Reuter fabricates their own dies for stamping. The press is only one of the many required to stamp out the shapes needed. Some of the presses are smaller and form only one special shape. This load of front deck represents about a week's supply. Another run will be made when the stock needs to be refilled. Welding plays a major part in fabricating the unitized Porsche body. More than 500 separate pieces are used to form the light but strong mono-unit. Acetylene welding, spot and arc welding are needed to unite the pieces into the finished product. Parts are first welded into small components. These are then combined into larger assemblies. This larger piece, the bottom pan or frame, is placed in a jig to conform to rigid specifications. After it is securely in position, the tunnel is added and welded to it. The tunnel has been separately welded together of smaller pieces. larger jig, the frame begins to assume final shape. The front and rear sections have been separately assembled and are joined in this jig. Now the bottom pan and tunnel are added and are securely clamped into place. The unit frame is now becoming a strong, rigid, complete assembly. The finishing touches are made on this jig. Here, the frame is given a number, and for the first time, assumes an identity that it will retain for the rest of its days. Dimensions are checked out here, especially the distance between door hinges. Final welding operations are done. All rough edges are filed and smooth. In this jig, additional tolerance checks are made for alignment of torsion bar and front axle holes. At this station, every seam and weld is completely sealed with a special rubber hardening compound to ensure against leakage or rusting. In these jigs, the finished frame units are assembled to the body parts. The coupe or cabriolet parts are clamped and bolted into the heavy jig and welded to the box frame to complete the famous unitized Porsche car body.
I had a memory and lost it and pretended that